Today a topic: people from the World Championship, European Amateur Challenge. Your best memories from Paris. HKO official news for 2018. Guess who? Game. Female classes commented highlights.
Hello, I'm Francesca Ragno.
And I'm Jeffrey Winterstein for Arabian Insider.
So today is the first day of the Arabian Horse World Championship and we jumped into all the female classes. What do you think, Jeffrey?
As expected, there was a lot of surprises. We're going to get to all that in a little bit, but first, let's talk. The World Championships is a little more than just a horse show. People use it for a lot of different things to promote the Arabian breed.
Absolutely, yes. In fact, there is a lot more going on during these days. One of these things is the European Amateur Challenge, powered by Al Jassimiyah Farm. Jeffrey, you were able to sit with some amateur, right?
I was. It's a really interesting program that Al Jassimiyah has going on, but let's let them explain. One of the really unique things about Paris is Al Jassimiyah sponsors the European Amateur Challenge, and these are some. I'm lucky to be with some of the winners from that. I'm with Zoe, Renee, and Janos here, and we're going to talk a little bit about everything that goes on with this. So how did you get here? Can you explain a little bit, Zoe, about the competition?
Yeah, we competed in various different classes and shows throughout Europe. In my case, in hand showing classes. The top 5 win a trip here.
And who did you show to get here?
My own horse. He was my first horse. I'd always wanted my own Arab. And unfortunately, I'm not capable enough of showing him in the big international classes. So obviously we have a handler that shows him for me. But when this came about, it meant I could finally get on the end of the lead myself and have a go.
So Renee, tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing here in Paris.
We are here to see the World Championship and the experience, the atmosphere, and right now I just want to see some horses. It's fantastic.
Janos, now one of the things that happens with this is you guys have all won a trip here, right? That's the first one that you've done. Now they're going to do a drawing and they're going to pick the, is it 10? How many we bring into California?
I competed in 2015 also, and I won the trip to Paris. And at the end, there is the drawing for California, and I was one of the lucky ones that won the trip. It was very amazing. We went to visit studs and also the 100 Oak Range from Al Jassimiyah. Went to El Arab, but we also did some sightseeing tours, whale watching and driving with a car through the mountains. And yeah, with very nice people from Al Jassimiyah. It was a real nice experience you don't forget.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, and good luck.
Thank you.
Francesca, as we learned yesterday, Paris as a World Championships has been around since 1980. This is only my second year here, but I can imagine there's people on the showgrounds that have some fantastic memories of this world-class show.
Absolutely, a lot of people from all over the world is coming here, so you can also catch up with people that you not normally see. Hey Anna!
So today I walked around and I was asking a lot of people what their favorite memory is from Paris. And you just have to see it. Do you want to see it?
Of course, let's watch it.
Hi, I'm Anna Olsson for Arabian Insider. I'm here at Salon de Cheval, and now I'm going to go around and see if I can ask some people about their favorite memories from Paris so far. So let's go.
I think my best memory is 2000 when X10 was world champion. It was my first world champion. He was dancing the whole arena and I was anonymous champion.
The winning of the gold medal winner in the time, Misha Appal, a mare that I beloved so much. For us it was an unforgettable moment. This was the first winning gold medal for us, our small breeders in the time.
We looked today. I present a genuine feeling, and I hope today will be my best memory.
It's a few years back, can't remember the exact year, but it was when Imperial Berez and Marwan Al Shakab, the atmosphere in that ring and in the VIP area and the whole stadium was just electric.
There's so many to choose from, but it would have to be 2012 when QR Mark finally got his gold. Every time he went for it, he was so close but never quite got there. 2012, he finally did it. There was a fantastic party. It was such a fantastic moment.
2 years ago when we get world champion with Morion. That was our first gold title here and something you will never forget.
To see the line of monogrammed horses, so graceful and beautiful and elegant.
When Royal Colors was Platinum world champion, because he is the horse of my boyfriend's first experience here.
I think my best memory, the winner of Marwan. He was second in his class and then he coming with the champion. We continue, but we have 14 world champion. Every one of them have their own memory.
The first one I came here because you have no idea the tension, the feeling, the compassion here in Paris. It's just the love of the horse, and I think that's my favorite memory.
Not only is the camaraderie of meeting fellow breeders, trainers, exhibitors here at Paris, but also it's a good chance for officials to meet. And they had a CAHO meeting just recently and you were able to catch up at what's the latest happenings.
Absolutely. Yesterday and today they had a very important meeting, so I catch up with the president, Jaroslav Lasina, vice president, Anna Stavianowska, and the chairman of the show commission, Neil Sismer. So let's watch it. I'm here with the president, Jaroslav Lasina of ECAO, the vice president, Anja Stavianowska, and the chairman of show commission, Neil Sismer. Thank you to be here with us, first of all. We had a meeting here yesterday and today of ECAO in Paris, so I'm going to ask them some information about.
Thank you very much. Also, thank you for your invitation. And we had a meeting yesterday and also today, and we have some news for people around and also for our officials, because this year we were working pretty hard as we promised last year. And I think the main and the most important item for the upcoming years is a contract for our officials. And this contract is for ECAHO judges, DCs and ringmasters as well. And it's giving them the period of 3 years to be certified as ECAHO official. We don't want only to take from the people, but we also would like to get, to give, not to get, but to give. And the main reason for such a contract was insurance for our officials, which we finally succeeded with. So all our ECAHO officials will be covered by the insurance from the next years. But they also need to now educate themselves a little bit more. They need to go past and they need to go through the seminars during those 3 years. We believe that we will make ECAHO this way more professional.
Well, today we had show commission meeting here in Paris, which is always a meeting about affiliation of the shows for the next year. It's always a tough discussion about date clashes because we have a lot of shows which all like to be under ECAHO umbrella. But on the other side, it's important not to have too many shows in one day. Then also we discussed some things about a new campaign in ECAHO. It's called ECAHO for Good Horsemanship. ECAHO wants to make sure that everybody knows and also everybody sees that one of the main reasons ECAHO was founded was to take care of our horses. And the professional way the shows are becoming today, there's always a risk that sometimes a handler or owner is crossing a border which is not good horsemanship anymore. For first steps, we will make an analysis on our problems, on things happening which are not good, and then we try to work out how we can solve it. things like gingering, excessive shanking, circling, or stressful situation for the horses should be somehow banned, should be controlled. And this is a big project for the future, which we just started now. And I'm looking forward to it, to work together with all bodies of ICAO, the handlers, the board, but also the members from the individual countries. And then there's also a few things which we changed from this year to the next year, new Blue Book. One, for example, is that on the A and title shows we will send one DC from ICAO, which will make the report in order to make sure that we get proper reports and proper protocols from the shows, that nobody is afraid to have any impression of the organizer, but he's only responsible against ICAO.
The goal and the meaning of ICAO is still the same, Arabian horse breeding and the protection of the breeders, horses. And of course the shows. We are in Paris, which is one of the most important, the most important shows in the year, closing the season in Europe. And we expect a group of fantastic horses showing the high level and high standard of breeding, but also behaving and running the shows. And as I said, my colleague already confirmed there is some new things and a lot of expectations from the breeders, exhibitors, officials, observers as well. It's not easy to run such an organization. It's not easy to fulfill this expectation, but what we can promise, we try to do our best.
I would like also to add one point, which is I think important for our breeders and owners. We also started to focus pretty a lot on the European breeders and owners, because we feel they are really leaving this industry and we really miss them at the shows. So we start slowly, and I think it was a great success this year also with one, especially with one show of this category, which is the name European Show, which has been organized actually in Strohen this year, where the show got much more entries than the classic international show. And it was really nice to see back again in the arenas high quality horses which are still kept and bred in Europe. And we trying now to create a concept for a future year, maybe the year after, in cooperation with Al Shakab, probably, who is a big supporter of this idea, to create some European Cup which will be open only to European bred and owned horses, which means the owner and the breeder needs to have a European citizenship. And there we will try also to put some prize money. And we believe that we will create something new, something motivating, and something really what will reincarnate again interest from the breeders to come back to the shows. And I think in coordination with a good horsemanship, and we believe in it, we think it will be the best combination.
We hope then we will have a very successful, good season for next year.
Thank you so much for the information you shared with me. Especially the European breeders will really appreciate it. Today our reporter Hanna is sitting here with me. You just walk around and make a game in the VIP, showing some picture, right?
Yes, it was a really nice and funny day actually. So we had like 7 different horses and we had one picture of each, and you zoomed it in and you had 3 chances to guess which horse it was. And I was actually surprised about how good the people are at guessing. It was like from the first or second picture actually. So you just need to see it too.
Yes, I'm very curious to watch it.
You're in my seat.
I don't think you deserve it. So now we're playing a game where I will show you 3 pictures of the same horse. The first one is very zoomed in, and then if you can guess the horse, you're really good. Otherwise you will take the next one. So let's see how it goes.
Ma farna spida. Okay.
That's a good neck.
Yeah, this one I recognize for sure. It's Ghazal.
Who's this?
Whoever it is gorgeous, but I don't know who. Oh, Jasmina.
Osman Monasconi.
Royal color.
Should be Marwan.
Marwan. From the thumbnail.
Minute El Jasmia, no? Daughter of the Iyad.
Is there one more? I feel like I'm gonna lose this one. Oh no. Wow, who is this? I know who this is. This is Royal Colors.
Jasmina.
We can see other photo.
Donna molto bella.
A lady.
Let's jump into the highlights of today. We start with the yearling filly class. So a lot of surprises, a very tough class. The first place in the class was taken by El Era de Excalibur, owned by Al Sayed Stud, a filly by Excalibur EA, but a lot of other surprises.
She won Aachen, but I think what was most exciting today is the Excalibur filly. Era de Excalibur was first into the ring. Next in was Oma Aerodite, and then was third was the Jasmina, the Al Jassimia filly. They were 1, 2, 3, and I talked to the handlers. They were all nervous about it. I think the filly showed a little bit about it, but the surprise was Yamila OC, the Emerald J filly. She jumped up to get the silver place. Oma Aerodite was knocked to third. So going into the championships, it's going to be exciting. And then on the other section, the B section, Rafael Curti with Saranza, she won. I thought she was the easy winner, but who knows what's going to happen in the championships. Next up was the junior mares. We had some surprises there as well, especially in that first section. Beloved Gracious Lady, owned by Patricia Dempsey. She's the same owner who owns Oma Aerodite. She made the trip, so it's a stablemate of Oma Aerodite. She jumped up. Great moving mare. She jumped up and got the win in that section. She was Ted Carson on the lead. She looked great. It was a little bit of a surprise to everybody, but she looked the part.
In the same section, Alto Mama Stud with Bella Donna, she took the third place in the class. And in the second section, Mosen Elbidayer, as expected, won the class. She was absolutely stunning, as well as in Menton, so big congratulations to Elbidayer Stud. For the senior mare class, so Delight's Diva, owned by Al Sayed Stud, very nice results for them, took the first place, and at the second place, Arwa Al Jassimia took it. But what about the second section?
I thought the section was very good. It was very competitive. Tehima Ballerina, she took the win in that class, which sets her up. She was silver last year, which sets her up to try to go for that gold medal one more time. She showed fantastic. Amazing. Shirin Bayasha with Giacomo, absolutely beautiful. I love the throat and the face. And then
Anuda Nasser was third,
Anuda
right?
Nasser with Glenn,
yeah.
Great entrance on that. It's going to be a very competitive mare championship.
It was an amazing class. I mean, what a beautiful mare class here.
So tomorrow we're going to have the males. We have the colts. There's a lot of exciting colts, and then of course we have the stallions. I'm really looking forward to it.
And we are going also to have a very nice things. We are going to play with Anna Olson, our reporter. We create some team from all around the world, but I don't want to say too much to you. So we see us tomorrow. I'm Francesca Ragno.
And I'm Jeffrey Winterstein for Arabian Insider.